KILR KILR Games.
Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome back to Flight Simulator 2002 and our world tour, where we are flying the same route on different flight simulators throughout all these different years, as much as we possibly can, because some of them just don't have the same type of coverage. But hey, you know, we're doing what we can. And we are here at Aurora Municipal, and we're going to be flying to Clow International in Illinois. So let's go ahead and just bring up that map real quick. Here it is. This is where we're at, and this is where we're going. So we'll go ahead and close that. I got our flight plan already loaded up. So let's go ahead and sounds like an error message or something. All right, we'll get everything started here. Oh boy, always seem to have problems getting this thing started. Okay. I'm guessing it's cold and I need to let it warm up, so we'll let it warm up. So according to our flight planner here, we are 15.5 miles away from our destination. Well, you know, while we're waiting for this to warm up, what are these menu options here? Okay, so orientation track up, display airports. What do we use? The arrow key? No. How about the mouse key? Nope. How about this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Interesting. All right. So I guess we'll use cancel. Mode? Waypoint info. Mode. Route info. Okay. This is like a little easier to use than the newer ones. Not as many options though, naturally. Alright, let's try this again. Jeez. Come on! Maybe I need to get the engine checked. Turn the fuel pump up. Maybe now is a good time to actually turn the lights on, which is I have not been doing before. Okay, we don't need landing lights. Taxi lights, though, would be a good thing. Whoops. Let's set our elevator trim to... Whoa, wait. Yeah. Right down there. Do our altimeter. Okay. I think we're all set. Choose an option for Chicago clearance. Huh. So we're not going to be tuning into Aurora? That's interesting.
Alpha, Romeo, Romeo, automated weather
Oh, maybe we are.
1941.
I don't know.
Zulu. Wind 281 at 7. Visibility 9er. Sky condition ceiling 3,200. Overcast. Temperature 14 Celsius. Dew point 2 Celsius. Altimeter 29er 83.
Aurora Airport information, Whiskey 1941 Zulu weather.
Chicago, clearance delivery. Cessna, November 700, Mike Sierra, ready to copy IFR clearance to 1 Charlie 5. Cessna, November 700, Mike Sierra, is cleared at 1 Charlie 5, airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 3000. Departure frequency is 133.5, squawk 5056. Cessna, November 700, Mike Sierra, cleared at 1 Charlie 5, airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 3000. Departure on 133.5, squawk 5056. Cessna, 0 Mike Sierra, reback correct. Contact ground on 121.7. Good day.
See, it's like now that you can use your transponder because they want you to change it.
Aurora ground, Cessna, November 700, Mike Sierra, with whiskey, ready to taxi IFR.
With whiskey.
700, Mike Sierra, taxi to and hold short of runway 27. Via taxiway Juliet. Contact tower on 120.6 when ready.
Taxi runway 27, using taxiway Juliet. Cessna, November 700, Mike Sierra.
Yeah, I got whiskey. With whiskey, I got whiskey in my hand. Oh, jeez. Forgot to turn my brakes off. Meep, 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 meep. Back it up. Meep, 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 meep. Some dramatic shots here. I don't know why it does that. It's like it switches from the program off to Windows and back, and so it messes up the graphics when it does that. What are we doing? Are we going off to 2.7? Is that it? Alright, so let's see. Top down? Okay. You know, eventually, this is just us talking here. I'm going to... That was weird. I thought that was like a plane on top of a trailer or something. So, there's a couple other simulators that I plan to get. Whoops. You may have noticed that even though I do have Flight Simulator 5.1, I don't have Flight Simulator 6, which is basically Flight Simulator for Windows 95. They're kind of the same, but I'm sure it would be nice to maybe see, what kind of differences are going on with that one. Oops. Hold on. This is definitely not the right runway. She said 27. This is 36. Tower, we're unfamiliar with the airport. Request a progressive taxi. Yeah, so I'm gonna get a flight simulator for Windows 95, and I will still do the same hops. I'll just be playing catch up on those. Now, also too, I am thinking about getting prepared. But I'm thinking about waiting to like version 5, because I don't want to buy version 4 and then version 5 comes out, because I've read where people have bought version 3 and then like a week later version 4 came out and they don't get a discount. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I read. They had to cough up the money all over again. And they're already up to like version 4.3, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're, getting ready to release version 5. How long has version 4 been out? I guess that's the question. Like, what's the time span between the releases? Got an itch on my leg. Uh-oh. Can't get to the runway this way. Must be over here. Let's see. This is so big. Move that over here.
Aurora Tower, Cessna, November 700, Mike Sierra, ready for IFR departure, runway 27. Cessna, November 700, Mike Sierra, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff. Cessna, November 700, Mike Sierra.
After a while, the ATC begins to sound kind of boring because it's like the same thing over and over. But it works, it works. And it's easy to understand too, it doesn't sound like a bunch of words that are all pieced together. That's the drawback to some of the other ATC programs. Okay, well, whoops. Oh, I see. Okay, I see how you are. Well, we'll turn off the taxi lights because we're not taxiing. And we are going. Turn on our nav.
Cessna 0, Mike Sierra. Contact Chicago departure on 133.5. Good day. 133.5. Cessna 0, Mike Sierra. Good day. Chicago departure. Cessna November 700, Mike Sierra is climbing through 1,400 for 3,000. Cessna November 700, Mike Sierra, Chicago departure, Roger, altimeter 2983, Cessna November 700, Mike Sierra, you are 18 miles west, turn right, heading 125, climb and maintain 3,000. Expect a visual approach, vectors 1, Charlie 5, runway 36, altimeter 1, Charlie 5, 2983.
One, 2, 5. Whoop.
Cessna 0, Mike Sierra, please acknowledge. Cessna November 700, Mike Sierra, expect visual approach, runway 36, turn right heading 125, climb and maintain 3,000. Cessna 0, Mike Sierra, turn right heading 150. Chicago departure, Cessna November 84536 is type Cessna Skylane 3 miles southeast of DuPage 3,200. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Cessna November 84536 Chicago departure clock 6564. Turn right heading 155. Cessna 0 Mike Sierra. Clock 6564. Cessna 536. Cessna 536. Radar contact 3 miles southeast of DuPage 3,600. Clearance is Bravo airspace. Maintain all navigation. Clearance is Bravo airspace.
That's nice and smooth. Ooh, I like that. This here, I know on the older simulators it looked like it was ice. Like it was frozen ice. This here, this looks like dangerous. Like these things are like pointy or something. Like, you know, don't brush your fingers. What are they? What does this like dash like come out and these are like hold it up or something? Is that what this is? I've always wondered what in the world this is. We're like flying right underneath the clouds.
Cessna 0 Mike Sierra, please expedite your climb to 3,000.
What if I don't want to? There's this... Stop interrupting me. There's this video on YouTube that I saw where there's this kid that was playing on VATSIM and he was just doing whatever he wanted to do. Why play on VATSIM if you're just going to do whatever you want to do? He didn't. He wasn't listening to.
0 Mike Sierra, turn right heading 185, climb and maintain 3,000. Turn right heading 185, climb and maintain 3,000. Cessna 0 Mike Sierra.
He wasn't listening to air traffic control. Air traffic control gave him specific instructions, told him, no, don't land, go around. And the kid, real young kid, was like, no, not gonna tell. You know, and there's a plane coming from the opposite side of the runway. You know, and the ATC is like, I am air traffic control, you have to do what I say. Now. It's like an unruly kid with no manners or anything like that. And I mean, if you're gonna play on that sim,
Contact Chicago approach on 119.35.
take it seriously, because I mean that's why it's there. People are role playing basically. They're role playing and they're taking their flight sim seriously. They're not in there to play PvP. There's plenty of other games, I'm sure, where you can go do fighter combat and stuff like that. That sim is not it. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do have plans somewhere along the line on our world tour to actually fly on that sim. So that way we get some real air traffic control.
Cessna 0 Mike Sierra, turn left heading 155, Cessna 0 Mike Sierra, contact Chicago approach on 119.35, good day. 119.35, Cessna 0 Mike Sierra, good day. Chicago approach, Cessna November 700 Mike Sierra, with you. Cessna November 700 Mike Sierra, Chicago approach, roger. Current altimeter 2982.
Oh, it cleared. That was kind of cool. What is that? That must be the Joliet.
Cessna 0 Mike Sierra, turn right heading 185.
My goodness, make up your mind. Just we're going back and forth here.
Turn right heading 185. Cessna 0 Mike Sierra.
This is one of the annoying things about the default ATC is it's like, go here, then go here, then go here, then go here. And then it's like, contact Chicago Center, and then contact Chicago Center, and then contact Chicago Center. You're like, ah!
133.5 today. Going at 133.5, Cessna 960 today. Cessna 0 Mike Sierra, please expedite your turn to heading 185.
I did. Oh, yeah. What am I? Oh, it's because my compass thing was off. That's why. So, hit the wrong one. Well, no wonder it was telling me to go back and forth. My gyro compass wasn't correct. You know, the thing about Prepared, which in case you didn't know is the Lockheed Martin flight simulator where it's based off of Flight Simulator 10. It's 64-bit now,
Turn left heading 155.
and it's got better light conditions, but the scenery still looks
Turn left heading 155.
relatively the same. It doesn't look, you know, like a next generation flight simulator. Not like X-Plane. I mean, X-Plane 11 is definitely like a next generation flight simulator. Aerofly, was it Aerofly FS2, I think is what it's called, is definitely looks like a next gen flight simulator. I don't think that one has worldwide coverage though, so that's why I'm not too sure about doing our worldwide tour on that one. I know the other flight simulators don't, but I'm playing those also for retro reasons too.
Cessna Mike Sierra. Turn left heading 090. Turn left heading 090. Cessna 0 Mike Sierra.
Once again, I forgot which ILS approach we were going to. 3-6, that's right. Clow International is north and south.
Contact Chicago's approach on 118.4 today. 118.4 Cessna 536 today.
Looking for my water, apparently. I didn't bring it in here.
Cessna 0 Mike Sierra. Turn left heading 025.
Where the heck are they taking us?
Turn left heading 025. Cessna 0 Mike Sierra.
They usually don't steer me wrong, though. I mean, the other ATC programs, they like take me in some direction. I'm like, huh? And I've trusted them before, and I'm like flying like forever, and I'm like, all right, forget this.
Chicago's approach. Roger. Current altimeter 2981.
Oh. Yep. Take a look. Right over here. They're getting us lined up with runway 36. That's the interesting thing. I mean, the default ATC, it works. I mean, it actually does route you around the way you need it to route you around. I mean, no, it doesn't do stars and SIDS, but
Landmark 8508, Chicago's approach. Roger. Current altimeter 2981.
it does work. But it's always good to have options.
Airwave 2765, Chicago's approach. Roger. Altimeter 2982. Cessna 0 Mike Sierra. Airport is at your 10 o'clock, 9 miles. Turn left, heading 360. Report runway in sight.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I see it.
Turn left, heading 360. Cessna 0 Mike Sierra.
Oh, no, that's not it.
Contact Chicago's approach on 133.5 today.
I saw a runway. That's another airport.
Cessna 0 Mike Sierra. I have the runway in sight. Cessna 0 Mike Sierra. Cleared for the visual approach runway 36. Switch to advisory on 122.9. Cleared for the visual approach runway 36. Advisory on 122.9. Cessna 0 Mike Sierra. Traffic. Cessna November 700 Mike
We're on
Sierra,
Unicom.
7 miles south inbound on the visual runway 36.
So it's not this one here. There's going to be another one up here. Never fails. There's that water tower for the airport. I think I see the other one. Yeah, this is it right over here. Kind of using my heading bug to, so that way I can have a little bit more finer control. Oh, wait a minute. I'll be dang, we are flying over. Ah. No, this is the airport. We just flew over the airport we're supposed to land at. Alright, let's do a go around.
Traffic, Cessna, November 700, Mike Sierra, flying the missed approach.
Alright, you know what? I think it's time to turn this off. Alright, I can't see anything. There was another airport over in this direction, so... Where is it? Oh, okay, I see it. There's the other airport, I think. Let's see if I can get landed at the one that we want to go to here. Alright, this is a little better. I like this visual approach. You're going over farmland, you got the little trees on each side. That's this is kind of cool. I like this. I'm like bouncing. That was a little rough of a landing. What the? Yeah, okay. This is a parking spot here. Or a way to one. Oh.
Traffic, Cessna, November 700, Mike Sierra is clear of the runway.
Aha! The old flight simulators, you repaired your aircraft at the fuel box, so maybe we can do some work on our landing gear. Alrighty. Well, here we are. We're at Clow International. Even though it says international, I've read that this is not like your typical like international airport. They just call it international for whatever reason. Anyhow, thanks for joining me on this flight, and hope you watch the other flights that I've got of this same leg of the trip. And meanwhile, I'll see you on the next video for Flight Simulator 2002. Take care. Be safe. If you thought this flight was interesting, then you might want to check it out on these other flight simulators that you see on your screen. It's just a fun way to relive old memories and see how things changed over the years. Be sure to subscribe to be notified of any new videos, and I'll see you on the next flight.